in the Xbox world. We got an update on what's going on in the Xbox world. There was a rumor floating around this weekend. I can't stress enough that it is a rumor that was dispelled, but we're going to talk about the original rumor because it just, Xbox could not get some positive news. According to several articles, Target and Walmart are pulling their Xbox stock, meaning they're pulling the Xbox games and consoles off the shelf, according to alleged staff. According to Reddit users who claim to work at Target and Walmart, both stores have begun removing their Xbox stock in mass. On Wednesday, the Target I work for, who has all Xbox games, I'm pretty sure will be store-wide. Has removed all Xbox games, and I'm pretty sure it'll be store-wide. All the games have been discontinued and will likely go on clearance. My local Target is getting rid of their Xbox section, attaching photo evidence. The electronics manager says there will no longer carry systems, games, or accessories. He also said all Targets in the Kansas City area are purging Xbox stock as well. Oh, that's crazy. I just learned that Kansas City has Xboxes and technology as a whole. Good for you guys, man. You guys got electricity out there. I thought the tornadoes washed it away or something. The Walmart store I work at is getting rid of Xbox games too. Said SpaceFox 85. We're doing a store remodel now, and the new layout for electronics will not have Xbox games, and Switch and PlayStation will be condensed to one lock each case. In the year or so I've been in the electronics here, I can count on the one hand the number of times I've sold an Xbox game. Holy smokes. When browsing Target's stock online in the Kansas City area, you'll find the Xbox products are notably limited. Much of these are Reddit user claims. So take it with a grain of salt. It's just hearsay. In the Kansas City North store, for example, there's only one Series S available, as well as a handful of controllers and limited stock on several games, including Doom: The Dark Ages. In stark contrast, there's an abundance of PS5 and the Switch games, and blah, 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 blah. All right, so that was the original story that broke this weekend while I wasn't streaming, that Target and Walmart will be removing Xbox content from their stores, and this set the internet ablaze because keep in mind they just had the price hike with the Game Pass. Also, I think the reason this rumor caught legs is because Costco for a fact did remove Xbox products, and then there's also been images circulating of Sam's Club, which for those unfamiliar, Sam's Club is Costco for poor people. They're removing, I don't know, I want to say store-wide, but there's been images of them removing Xbox stuff off the shelves. So it wasn't far-fetched to believe that Target and Walmart could be following. These are big box retails. Maybe Xbox wasn't selling like that, but that was just a rumor. There's a follow-up article that came out that said, no, Target and Walmart are not removing Xbox products from their stores as Xbox misinformation reaches new levels. Is it just people on the internet talking shit? This is why I'm also very careful about how I word stuff, and I make sure that I started off saying this was a rumor. This is a rumor, which I'm going to comment on that in a little bit, but let's read this one. A new Xbox rumor started this weekend that's now blown out of proportion as usual. Late into the evening of Saturday, Redditors flocked to the Xbox subreddit as someone claimed their local Target had began removing the Xbox session from their store. Then various blog sites who seem oddly invested in the concept of Xbox dying ran, translation, niggas got agendas, I've been said this, ran with the headlines based on said anonymous reports.
This should be enough money for TBH to cop a brick from
Shout out to LeWish Hamilton, was robbed for the sub. Where are we going? Likely buoyed by the fact that Costco recently has reduced its Xbox offering, compounding expectations of a wider retail route. From this post spawned a number of stories where other Redditors began sharing that they hadn't seen stock within their local Walmart or Target for months. Counter reports came in from various sources like Destin Ligari, who shared the following. I just called my local Walmart to ask if they're discontinuing or pulling back Xbox stock. They said, at least to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything about like clearing inventory or anything like that, or about it being discontinued. They also said they still have them in stock. We also spoke to a Target employee at our end who also discredited claims of a wider Xbox removal. Even the legendary Xbox alumni Larry Major Nelson, who used to do the free Xbox games for gold thing on the 360 days, he chimed in stating, all I know is I went to a couple of Target and GameStop stores this week and did find Xbox hardware and games for sale. I even did a little investigative work by going to my local Target during an unrelated errand where I stopped by to check the shelves. Sure enough, everything was there except for the consoles themselves. When I checked their websites, I noticed that not a single Xbox Series X was available, but multiple Xbox Series S consoles were for purchase. But Xbox stock does tend to fluctuate heavily as Microsoft seems to manufacture them practically to order these days. The Xbox Series X is regularly sold out as Microsoft seems particularly fearful of creating oversupply situations for whatever reason. Some of that silicon is being used to power Xbox Cloud Gaming, however, which is another angle likely at play here. At least at Walmart, we found both consoles in stock, so wait, are they getting rid of them? Well, Microsoft has given us a statement noting that Walmart and Target at large are still committed partners for the Xbox hardware. Microsoft released a statement saying Target and Walmart, among other retailers, remain committed partners for Xbox consoles, accessories, and games. Misinformation is generally being worse than ever thanks to AI, bots, and the like, but Microsoft has earned itself plenty of negativity over the last year. Where is all this misinformation coming from, and what will it take to turn the tide? So there you go. This story broke that they were discontinuing them at Walmart, and Target and Xbox came out and said, no, nigga. And I'm going to give this story 90 to 95% chance it's true. I'm going to give it a 5% chance because keep in mind, this is a corporation. I'm going to take Microsoft's word for it and say, no, this is not, because you got to look at it from a PR standpoint. I'm just going to give a different angle, right? From a PR standpoint, why would they want this news to leak early? Microsoft stocks are going to drop. People are going to start selling their Xbox games. They wouldn't want you to know this until they're ready to drop the bomb. So they're not going to say yes, but I'm going to take their word for it. I'm just saying, if it turns out somewhere down the line that they do discontinue the Xbox Series, don't be surprised. And remember where you heard it here first. But they said they weren't discontinuing it. I'll tell you this much. If it turns out that they lied and the Xbox does get discontinued, oh, this quote is going to come back to haunt them. Be like, wait a minute. Imagine being on the front lines. You didn't even get drafted to the console war. You enlisted. You wanted to be there. And you're fighting on the side of the Xbox. You got your Minecraft diamond ore sword. You got your fucking helmet on. You got your Halo armor, your Spartan armor, ready to go to war with the Sony ponies, bros. They ride in, bragging about all their fucking generic third-person, over-the-shoulder action-adventure games like Uncharted. Ready for war with the Xbox niggas. And you're out there on the front lines fighting the console war just for your general to turn around and say, lay down your arms, son. The war is over. If I was a delusional incel who fought a console war, I would say... I hope you're not that person, because keep in mind, these people, these are corporations. They don't give a fuck about you. But yeah, they said it's not true, so I'm gonna take their word for it. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it fucking plays out. In more positive Xbox news, we've got another rumor, and I can't stress enough, this is a rumor. This one's a positive one. Xbox codename Magnus leak suggests next console will be powerful, expensive, and maybe a hybrid device? Whatever the fuck that means. You may have heard a bit of chatter about something called the Xbox Magnus in recent weeks, and this stems from the YouTube channel Moore's Law is Dead, which claims that Magnus is the name of the AMD APU processor that will be used in the next Xbox. Because keep in mind, while all these rumors are talking about they're removing Xboxes off the stores, 2 months ago, Microsoft did come out and say they are working on a new Xbox, and they are shooting for a 2027, 2028 release date, the same as the PS6. That's right. We are in the next generation news cycle, you broke ass, bitch ass PS4 niggas. This channel is taking things one step further today by sharing a leak of AMD Magnus along with its specs, a potential release date, and various theories on what it means for the console itself. Now, we're not going to get too technical in terms of specs in this article because, quite frankly, they delve into the areas of nerdy shit. As you can see, the bottom spec sheet claims that the Xbox console is targeting a 2027 release date, which is something that's already been rumored in the past. The host mentions in the video how they've heard from more sources recently that Microsoft is still aiming for that 2027 as it still stands. Beyond this, there's a theory that the next Xbox console will be slightly more powerful than the PlayStation 6, but also more expensive. And they talk on multiple occasions about how they feel it could end up being a console PC hybrid device. What the fuck does that even mean? So it's going to be a PC? Just say that. You're making an Xbox branded PC. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Anyways, here are some experts from the video. It will be the largest APU used in gaming console history. Shout out to Rob Jr. with the sub. Appreciate it. It will total roughly 408 millimeters squared. That will be about 13% larger than both the Xbox Series X and Xbox One X die size, and it's 46% larger die than the monolithic one that will be used in the PlayStation 6 home console. So yeah, it should be stronger than the PS6, but at the same time, it'll also be more expensive because of this larger size and its use of the bridge dies and likely a larger RAM capacity compared to the PS6, at least if it wants to work well as a PC console hybrid. That's okay, I think, because this time around, Xbox is going to be much more powerful, much more than a console. It should also be something that could run more than just Xbox apps and challenge the PC gaming market at least somewhat directly. And although it is using a large for a console APU die, I will say that compared to a PC Mega APU, it's actually a tad smaller. And therefore, yes, while I don't see Xbox Madness as likely being a direct competitor to the next-gen PlayStation console anymore, due to how much more of Madness will cost in the PS6, compared to PC gaming systems, I actually think it'll be a much more favorable. Xbox Madness is going to be pretty expensive from the perspective of a console. I think it will definitely cost more than $800. I don't think it needs to cost more than $1,200. And I'm here to say, guys, if that console costs between $800 to $1,200, pack up Xbox, pack them up. Pack them the fuck up. What the fuck does this mean? A console PC hybrid? So a PC? Like if it's a PC, if they just come out and say it's a PC, fine. This is a high-end gaming PC developed by Xbox. It can play all the best games on fucking Game Pass and Steam, but you can also run Photoshop, web browser. You can do everything else you want to do on a fucking PC, right? But if they come out, because they're calling it a hybrid, right? If they come out and it's an actual, just a high-end console for $1,200 that can't run Photoshop, can't run Adobe Premiere, can't run Google Chrome, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Fuck no. And I will be on, you can clip this, I will be on this stream waging war on Microsoft. Nigga, you're about to pay $1,200 so you cannot do whatever the fuck you want with your PC? Just build a PC. I hope this is not, well, maybe let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if this is true, maybe they came up with something that I'm not able to fathom. Because a lot of times, to be fair, a lot of times when it comes to great inventions, we as human beings, we don't know we need them until we see it. We didn't know we needed that. We thought the candle was the best thing smoking. And then that nigga came out with that light bulb. We thought the Palm Pilot, the fucking BlackBerry was the best thing smoking. Then that nigga came out with the iPhone. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, horses. Man, I love this 1 horsepower. Wait, you telling me the Challenger got 200 horsepower? Sign me up for the army, nigga. Stop. So to be fair, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. We acting like this rumor's true. Maybe they did invent something that we didn't know we needed. But even still, that $800 to $1,200 price point is gonna be a hard sell. And also, I can't stress it enough. This is the second article I've seen that stated that the next Xbox is gonna be more powerful than the PlayStation 6. That's cool, but I'm here to let you know, guys, you guys bought like 1 million different studios. You need to put them studios to work. Stop firing people, because a console, it doesn't matter how powerful the hardware is. Because to be fair, the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PS5. It's not more powerful than the PS5 Pro because that's a refresh that recently came out. But the Xbox has been more powerful than the PlayStation for a while now. That doesn't mean anything. The console is only going to sell if you have magnificent software. So you guys need to have amazing day one exclusives and features, abilities that you can do with the cloud that are only available on Xbox. You need to provide an experience that cannot be found on the PlayStation. So I think you guys need to focus on that. Don't get too wrapped up in the spec sheet stuff, because keep in mind, you guys are trying to appeal to console gamers. These niggas don't know. The average console gamer does not know. They don't even know what CPU stands for. They don't know what the RAM does, and they don't know what a fucking GPU is. They don't care. All they care about is, does it look better? And are they original experiences that I cannot get on the other platform? That's the only thing. So you guys got to keep that in mind. Dial it back and focus on that software. And if you can find some quality of life features that you can only get on that platform, that's cool too. Do you think Steam being on Xbox is true? I don't know. We've only seen that rumor once. My question is, would that sell you on the Xbox? If the next Xbox is a hybrid PC gaming thing and it launched with Game Pass and Steam built in, would that be a selling point for you? Like you would have access to your Steam library on your console? Honestly, yeah. For me, no, because like, why the fuck would I care? I got a 4080 Super. Talk to me nice. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I got a 4080 Super in 2027. When this new Xbox comes out, I'm pretty sure my 4080 Super will be on par with that shit still. So, like, why would I care? Like, you said same. So like, I don't know if that's a selling point. And then looking at it from the standpoint of somebody who's only ever played on PlayStation or Xbox, just a primarily console gamer, I don't know if Steam is a selling point for them. Because they don't have a Steam library. Although actually, you know what? It could be a selling point for primarily console only gamers if they push it the right way, right? Be like, we understand you never had a Steam library, you've only ever played on Xbox, but now you have access to both, which also means you have access to the Steam sales. That could be a selling point. So yeah, they could price PlayStation out with better sales. It's gonna have to have good marketing. So focus on the software, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now too. Xbox, go ahead and call this bitch the 720. Y'all are late, but growing up, there was a saying when I was a kid: better late than never. Okay, it'll be weird to call it the 720, but fuck it, we ball. Call it the Xbox 720, man. Call it the Xbox 1080, the Xbox 1440 or some shit. I don't know, man. And free Game Pass, nigga, they ain't giving away free Game Pass. If they give away free Game Pass, it'll be like maybe 3 months bundled with it, but they're not giving you a whole year of free Game Pass. Guys, Xbox is fucking poor, guys. Come on. I'm with you. I don't know who's naming this shit, but they have no consistency. You have to understand when it comes to marketing to the average person is not watching the stream. They're not keeping up. Like, look, the average person is not keeping up. I can't speak for other countries because they're usually smarter, but here in the United States, the average American is not even keeping up with the news cycle. The average American does not know what's going on. They don't know that the governor of Illinois said, no, we do not want the National Guard in our state, in our cities. And the National Guard is not allowed to deploy within a state unless the governor greenlights it. And Texas still sent their soldiers over. The average American doesn't know that, which is a bad thing, by the way. Rights are being violated. So you think they know what the fuck is going on with a goddamn console? No, they're just buying it so they can fucking play games. So like, nah, I don't know. Interesting stuff though. Interesting stuff. Keep in mind, all this is speculation, all of it's rumor, it's all hearsay. I'm just yapping to create fun conversation because I do think one of the fun things about like being a gamer is when the news cycle starts for like a next generation. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Read, niggas, read. What's fun about the next generation of consoles is just the speculation and leading up to it. Like when we was kids, leading up to the Xbox 360, PS3 era, leading up to the PS4, Xbox One era. Although the Xbox One hype wasn't that great because them niggas kept talking about TV, but you know. It's fun to speculate, create conversation, but friendly reminder, because I don't want to spread misinformation. These are all hearsay, it's all rumors. Take it with a grain of salt. I think a good selling point would be if it's portable. I have a beast PC. Oh, this ain't gonna be, if this rumor is true, it's gonna be more powerful than the PlayStation 6. It's not gonna be portable. Nah. We haven't reached that point where we can compact the power of like a 5090 into your hand without it fucking blowing up like a PS4. We just haven't done that. We won't be there for like another 10 years based off because you have to keep in mind, whenever you shrink something down into something, you have to find a way to, cooling is always the issue. It's not that you can't shrink it down, but it's the technology to keep the items cool. We're not there yet. We need another 10 years, I think. But it'll come at some point. Yeah, and battery power. That's a good point. Battery power. We're not there. I'd actually argue, yeah, besides the cooling, battery technology is lagging way behind. I think that's why I've been so about pulling the trigger on the Steam Deck. I got a Switch. The battery dies in a fucking hour and a half. When it launched, the battery died in 2 hours. Now I've had that bitch for like 5+ years. It dies in an hour and a half. That shit's, it kind of defeats the purpose of it being, if you're always on the plug, it kind of defeats the purpose of it being handheld. So, I mean, if you were to come out with a handheld and you could guarantee like 24 hours battery life, like a full day type shit, that'd be fire. That'd be fucking maybe even more. What's the point of another Xbox console if they've been losing the console war to Sony for so long? Competition. It's also a major staple in their portfolio. I'd argue Xbox is the second biggest thing in the Microsoft portfolio. Obviously, Windows is their biggest thing, but after that, what do you think of when you think of Microsoft? Xbox. So that's why they're probably fighting, because the thing about business is you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. If Microsoft does ditch the Xbox brand, then they'll just become because the Windows Phone failed. They'll just become the Windows thing. I mean, Windows does dominate, but you never know. You're never too big to fail. That's what they were trying to get into streaming with Mixer, but Mixer failed too, and they cut the cord. PlayStation 6 is going to be $700, and if the new Xbox is going to be $800. Yeah, I think of Windows, then AI, then Xbox. I don't think of AI when I think of Windows. I think of OpenAI when I think of AI first over Microsoft. But you know, that's fun. You heard about Chrono Zen users getting banned on Battlefield 6? Good, fuck them, bro. Other news: Mortal Kombat 3 confirmed as director and cast address, and the cast addressed Mortal Kombat 2's delay. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Before the second movie came out, they're already talking about the third. I don't even know how I feel about this. At the end of Mortal Kombat 2's New York Comic-Con panel this last Saturday, screenwriter Jeremy Slatter revealed that the new line, shout out to Game Roar with the sub, that new line at Warner Bros. Have already greenlit the next film, telling the crowd to show up to the theaters next summer, while director Simon McQuoid, and cast members Carl Urban, blah, 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 discuss sequel delays and tease what's to come, with McQuoid explaining that the shift from October 6th to May 16, 2026 was due to being a victim of their own success. What? Everybody said that movie was all right. This shit was like a 6, the first one. We've created a massive summer blockbuster, so I think we should all be proud of the fact that Mortal Kombat 2 and the franchise itself is going to kick off next year. Yes, we have to wait, but it's going to feel massive when it comes out. Okay, buddy. The panel opened with behind-the-scenes featurettes that saw cast members teasing the fatalities, the flawless victories, and the film's massive scale before McCoy began discussing how Mortal Kombat 2 heavily focuses on Johnny Cage and Katana. It was about pushing the boundaries with everything else. I wanted to have more of emotion with the characters, so there's much higher highs and lower lows. I wanted us to journey through all the realms and different places, levels, and environments you can go to in Mortal Kombat. I wanted us to spend more time in those places and be able to use the treasure trove created over the years, he said. It's a great problem to have when you have a movie with 20 main characters. There's so much to choose from. It's so daunting at the same time, he said. You can't mix a 6-hour... Is anybody... I'm not reading this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I just realized... I just realized I don't care, Chad. I don't really... This nigga yapping, bro. I just realized I don't care. Like, all this for a 6? Like, that movie was not that good. Nigga, we are not that hype. You better hope I go see Mortal Kombat 2. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, mid-sentence realism. You ever just be reading, you be like, you know what? Fuck this shit, bro. I do not care, dude. If Mortal Kombat 2 flops, the jokes are gonna fucking fly. Welcome to the stream, NazeMe15. They should bring back the theme song from the OGs. I hope it's good, but like the first one wasn't that good for me to be hyped for the second one, and then you're yapping and talking about, oh, 3 is gonna be fucking fire. Nigga, you're putting the cart before the horse. Let's get through 2 first, buddy. Let's get through 2. I don't remember the first one, honestly. You know, it's funny. The only thing I remember about the first one was they added a new character that's never been in the games, and I remember thinking, who the fuck is this nigga, bro? And then I had to look it up, and he wasn't in the game. I was like, that's why I didn't know who the fuck he was, but I just remember it being okay, like straight to Netflix ass movie. Next topic. Here on this stream, we make fun of people who say gaming is dead, and every stream for like the last 3 weeks, I have highlighted multiple times throughout the week games that have released with great review scores for people who say they have nothing to play. And the other crazy part is Battlefield 6 comes out, gets great reviews, and all the Call of Duty niggas say that shit trash, bro. Even when It's almost like you guys don't even enjoy gaming, bruh. We have another game. I'm gonna be honest, I never even heard of this game, but somebody put it in the group chat. 10s, 9s. It's got an 87 overall Metacritic, one of the highest reviewed games of the year. It's called Absolum, and because I never heard of it, I'm gonna show it some love. We're gonna check out a trailer together because I didn't know what the fuck this was, and I was like, oh shit. Ace said he pre-ordered it. Launch trailer. Let's see. We seen it before? Maybe I've seen it before and I don't remember. Does this game got a ball or a gun? The art's nice. It's like a Castle Crashers type of game. Oh yeah, I have seen this game, I think. It's a beat 'em up roguelike. Ah, so it's a co-op beat 'em up rogue. So it's like Ninja Turtles, but with rogue elements, and it's got co-op basically. That's kind of cool. A fun game that you could play with the homies. So it's a co-op game you can play with the homies. And each if you never played a roguelike, each run is gonna be different. Gonna give you different abilities basically. Max been killing it, says it's kin to a fighting game. No ball or gun, but it does have swords. It's 20 on Steam and it's only 20, they said. What up, Dominique? The art is cool. It's out now. $20 on Steam. We got another banger they dropped. Shout out to the Absolutum team getting great reviews. I'm personally not that interested in it, but I just be trying to put people on the games because niggas love to say that like I just be negative on the stream, which is a fucking lie. I say positive shit all the fucking time on this stream, but niggas choose not to click it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna expose you, bitch ass. Bro. My name is the Black Okage, aka Let's go to the stream highlights channel. Negative video, it's going viral. Positive video, nobody cared. Negative video, did really good. Negative video, did really good. Negative video, did really good. Positive video, nobody cared. Negative video, did really good. Positive video, nobody. This one did horrible. Nobody cared. Your resub just reminded this one, it did okay. It's Wolverine. It's positive. It did okay. Negative video, did great. This was positive. Nobody cared. I'm sensing a pattern here. Niggas love to claim that like, do I not say anything positive or do you not watch it? But anyways, but I still upload shit I like, not just as evidence, just because I'm also passionate about this shit. I really do love gaming, but the numbers don't lie. Niggas be capping like a motherfucker, be lying on my fucking name, dog. Unfortunately, negativity sells. Yeah, and you know the challenging thing about being a creator too is trying not to lean into that. Because I see it firsthand. That's what people like watching, negativity. And it's like, it's hard, not for me, but for other people who have no integrity. For people who have no integrity, that's how they end up becoming grifters, because grifting is rewarding. But me personally, I have an actual passion for shit. So like, I'm not gonna do that stuff. It's okay. It is what it is. As long as I get a couple W's mixed in with all the L's that I take, I'm cool. I don't need everything to be a W. It is what it is, man. Is that all the... Oh, that's not all the news I got. I saw this. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know if y'all know, but this past weekend was New York Comic Con, and they announced for this DC crossover, Sub-Zero and fucking Homelander are gonna be appearing in the DC KO event. It's a big tournament arc going on in the comic books. And a lot of different characters are showing up, including Megan Fox, but nobody asked for that. But I thought that was pretty cool. Is that Annabelle? I'm not familiar. Who's Annabelle? Who's Annabelle? Who's Annabelle? I'm gonna assume this is Annabelle. That sounds like it. That looks like an Annabelle. Where's the bear from? But I thought this was cool. I thought this was cool because in my head I was thinking, okay, so there's a new storyline that just came out last week. It's called DCKO. It's a big tournament multiverse arc, and they're introducing characters that are not from the DC universe, such as Sub-Zero, Annabelle, Homelander, into the comic book. So they're going to be fighting with Darkseid, Green Arrow, Batman, all this other shit, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, is this potential for an Injustice 3 storyline? That's why I thought it was pretty cool. But that bear is a serial killer. He is. What movie is he from? Yeah, DC's cooking right now. If you're trying to get into reading, look up DCKO. It just started. They're cooking. This is a future issue that's coming out. They were teasing some of the stuff. That's the serial killer bear from an indie comic called Beneath the Trees. They cooking right now. They cooking. It's a good time to be a reader. Reading. Yeah, ball and gun niggas. Pick up a